we go. The Hunjo, I'm at the greeter. That intersection back there is awesome because it backs up like 2 miles. Then you got a little hole in traffic that you can't see, and cars come blasting out of there because the dude that is just about to block the intersection waves them on, but they wave them on even if there's traffic coming. So when you're driving by there, you got to slow down because somebody will just come out at 30 miles an hour because somebody waved them on. The last time that happened, then this is why I don't pass on the right there ever when traffic is backed up like that anymore, because I did once. And let me wave at this guy. What's up, dude? And all right. So yeah, and the guy that waved the car out was a police officer. So you know, I came to a hard stop. Everybody came to a hard stop, and then I was like, he's not going anywhere. So I just went. But it was like, dude, like, you got to be kidding me. You know, like, I couldn't get louder necessarily, or you know, I got, you know, who cares? Those are the situations that make you crazy. Yeah, this is one too. What's up, buddy? How you doing? All right, very cool. Yeah, just hasn't even looked in his mirror. Thanks, buddy. He's just living the dream in his mom's minivan. Got his UMass sticker. He's gonna pull out. Why don't you wave this guy across too, right in front of me? Nice. Oh man, feel that pull. Feels good. Yeah, my mechanic, when he went over my bike a couple weeks ago, he's like, oh, the engine still sounds really good. And you know, to me it really does. And but it's good once in a while. How'd I get on this topic? It's good once in a while to have somebody else kind of like doing the heat check, you know. So like my bike sounded good to me, blah blah blah, but it's good for somebody with good ears to kind of listen to that too. They kind of hear something. And it's like, you know, and you all, I'm sure I'd be surprised if any of you didn't have this, well, I'm surprised often, but, you know, in your car, I never, like, I'm a solo, I've been a commuter for a long time, and so I'm not used to having other people in my car, but once in a while, someone will get in the car, you know, like, I've had this happen in the past, like, oh, what's that? You got a little knocking sound, or it sounds like one of your bearings might be going. I'm like, huh? I didn't notice, you know, because it happened a little bit at a time. So it's good once in a while. You know, you should be listening to your own engine, of course, but not being completely enamored by it. It's good once in a while to have somebody with good ears kind of checking your stuff out too. So that's why I liked having my buddy Stu around, because he's got those. He'll hear you a mile away, tell you what kind of bike it is or what kind of motor it is, and you know, but he could tell, like, you know, you're running a little lean, you're running a little whatever, engine sounds good, you know, what, I don't know, you know what I'm talking about. And it's the same thing, you know, with music, with there's a lot of different scenarios where that sort of thing, I guess, is important. And I feel like on one hand, we don't do enough of that. I'll talk about myself. What the heck is this crap? This used to be a historic house and something, and now it's an abomination. Yeah, come to Massachusetts. Everybody's already here. I got news for you. But yeah, like I'm pretty guilty of, like, so things like listening to your engine. If you play a lot of music like I do, once in a while it's good to know, like, play with somebody else. Like, how's your tempo? Are you playing the right chord in that spot? You've been playing that same wrong chord for so long it doesn't sound wrong anymore, but maybe there's a better chord to play. So in some regards, people like me maybe don't do enough I don't know, of that sort of analysis, but we're in a world that is way overboard. And maybe that's why we don't do it. So when I was a teacher, there is nothing but people trying to analyze what you do. It doesn't end, and it's so upsetting, demoralizing. It promotes wild inefficiency amongst, you know, administration and teaching practices, because everybody's analyzing every little thing you do, often out of context. And maybe you guys get that too where you work. You know, you got people like, you know, I used to work at this camp, and in the early years, Fridays were cookout days, and you know, you have hamburgers and hot dogs. We used to go grab enough like hamburgers and hot dogs for the group. You know, you get a little count, and you go and you grab that many, and you come back with it. And man, there was a dude who just, you know, he was always about the hot dog, right down to the hot dog. And I'm like, dude, these kids are growing kids. Some of them will eat a hot dog, some of them will eat 2 or 3. Like, I can't give you an exact amount because I don't know how hungry these 6-year-old kids are. They don't know how hungry they are, so I can't give you an exact amount. But oh no, you know, just trying to get an accurate, dude, I know what you're trying to do, but it's not, it doesn't work. You know, it's over, and just let me get my hot dogs and get out of here, and you go do whatever you're trying to, you know what I mean, man. And maybe you get that where you work too, and it's pretty upsetting. And I wonder, my voice is getting really high here, sorry about that. I wonder if we weren't, so I'm here in Massachusetts, nitpick capital of the world, where you got bosses have bosses, and it's not cool. But here in nitpick capital of the world, I wonder if everyone just backed off, everyone just got in their own lane, minded their own business, you know, so that I could think once in a while, people could think. I wonder if we would get better as a culture at, you know, self-regulating and at noticing, you know, important nuances in our personal lives, and thus improving our mental health. You know, do you is that a crazy thought? Is stopping right there a crazy thought? What are we doing here? What are we doing here, buddy? Yeah, right on the blind corner. Perfect spot to stop and smoke your butt. Yeah, picking up a package or something. Yeah, so, hey, where's his boss's boss's boss? Somebody go nitpick that guy. You. You with the hat and the short shorts. Yes, sir. I wear the wide brim hat too, man. When you've been shaving your head like I do, you got to wear a wide brim hat. Otherwise, you get a really weird tan line on your head. Yeah, I told you about it. I used to work with a guy who wore a ball cap with the rectangle. You know, it was a snapback. And he was bald as the day is long. And by the end of the summer, dude, his head was a cue ball. And he had a little tan rectangle on the back of his neck. And man, it was a pretty rough to look at. It was like you roll a log over and there's some weird fungus growing. Like his head was that like strange, like, you know, mushroom. Anyway, what are we talking about here? Let's skip. That's enough out of me. Leave a comment below. Are you in a job without losing your job? No one's reading my comment section anyway. But yeah, you get what I'm getting at. And you know, you feel the same way, or you got a different situation where you guys are at? Any of you guys, any of my Canada friends, or you know, Midwest, or you know, Southeast, Southwest friends? How is it where you are? Is it things are rough all over? To quote The Outsiders, S.E. Hinton, right? Things are rough all over. Hey guys, I care about you. Thanks for riding along. I'll talk to you probably too soon. In the meantime, be good to each other, huh? But be good to yourself. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.